welcome back to my YouTube channel, Peace Jones. Don't forget to like this video, guys. Yes, hit that like button right now. Go ahead and comment below because this is an update to a video that I made previously and it has almost 1,000 views. So I know you guys got something to say. So yes, comment, chat with me. I want to know your opinions and your thoughts, okay? Go ahead and subscribe to my channel, guys. I promise you will not be disappointed. Go ahead and hit that notification bell so that you will be notified every time I upload a new video, and sit back, relax, and chat with me, okay? Today we are being healthy. I have myself some Trader Joe's Power of 7 green juice. So let's have a sip. You guys get whatever you want to drink, some wine, some water, some hot tea, or some green juice like me, and then we'll get into the video, okay? And yes, I'm feeling all earthy today with my earth tone shirt and my green juice. All right, guys, so let's get into it. So a while ago, I think I made this video in either 2020 or 2019. I posted a video that was called Dating in the DMV, okay? And I thought it was such a great idea because I came across like maybe 2 other videos and they were very insightful and informative, and I actually agreed with a lot of the talking points that the 2 people had. So I kind of wanted to give my experience. I was born and raised in the DMV. I've been here my entire life. Now, granted, I've seen other things, I've traveled, but I have a very good idea and a very good grasp on what it's like dating in the DMV, okay? I've seen the ins, the outs, the good, and the bad. Okay, so seems like you guys like that video. As I said, it has almost 1,000 views. Go check it out. I'll put it in the description box. I will put it in the description box below. Wow. Let's start all over. I will put it in the description box below so that you can go check it out for yourself, okay? But I wanted to just give you guys an update on my dating experiences this summer 2021 that just passed, unfortunately. Now we're into these cold months. But yeah, I just want to give you guys some hope. I want to give you guys some insight and advice, and I don't know, check in maybe another year later and see how it's going, okay? So first of all, I want to say, ladies, there's some good men out there. Can I get an amen? Okay, so yes, ladies, there's some good men out here in the DMV. This summer was probably one of my best dating experiences ever in my life, okay? I had so much fun. Let's say that first and foremost. I had so much fun. I literally didn't really stress over men. Like, I feel like I wasn't really upset. I didn't really have, I mean, I had like a few, like literally 2 guys that were just insane. But other than that, I wasn't like upset. I wasn't sad. I wasn't like having any type of real conflict, which is rare. You know what I mean? I was meeting very attractive guys that are doing great things, doing big things, well established or getting there, and respectful, nice, kind, fun, willing to take you on a date, willing to plan a date, like just really great boyfriend, maybe even husband material, okay? And so I was loving it. So I just wanted to let you guys know this video is for men and women, but ladies, there's some good ones still out there in the DMV, okay? So that brings me into my next talking point, okay? Next is you have to get out there to find them. Literally 99.9% of the men that I dated this summer and I went out with and I hung out with, I met out. Okay, so I was very active this summer. I'm always very active. I'm a social butterfly. I'm always out and about. But this past summer in particular, I was out. I was gonna say I was in these streets, but no, I was not. I was just out and about, okay? So I was hitting up rooftops, day parties, brunches, happy hours, going out to dinner, going to parks, going to festivals. Like, I was just everywhere, okay? And with that being said, I was able to meet and encounter and come in contact with a lot of these men, okay? So that's another thing. A lot of women will come to me and say, well, I can't find anyone. And I'm like, well, sis, do you go out? Do you, step out on the weekends? Do you put yourself in environments where these men are, right? And this goes for men and women. If y'all are in your house 24/7, or you're in the gym 24/7, or you are like just a loner or whatever it may be, you're not going to meet these people. These people, other young Black professionals or whatever you're looking for, young professionals in the DMV, they are out and about. They're at those brunches. They're at those happy hours downtown after work. They're on U Street. They're on H Street. They're in DuPont. Like, they are in Silver Spring. They're not at home. So you have to actually get out and meet them. And for me, I'm not a dating app person, so I love to meet someone in person. It's very organic. I love to actually see you. I like to see how you act. I like to see how you mix and mingle. And I feel like it just makes for better conversation, or just a better experience meeting someone, okay? So, gotta get out there, guys. I know to my introverts it sucks, but you gotta get out there, all right? Next, be open, smile. Look like you actually have a great personality. You want to meet someone. You're nice. You're caring. You're fun, right? So that's another thing. I feel like a lot of people, they might come across a person, like, let's say we're at a brunch, we're at a park, right? And you're looking all cute, you got your hair done, your makeup done, your outfit, you got your little heels on, you just looking real good, girl. And this guy comes up to you, and maybe he's attractive, maybe he's caught your eye as well, but you're just kind of like blah. You just sipping your mimosa, you kind of vibing, and you just chilling, face kind of blank, no nice smile, no, hey, how are you? Or, giving conversation and things like that. That same guy is going to go to the next woman that gives him all of that, okay? And I've seen this out and about. Very attractive woman, very attractive man. He comes to approach her, and it's just like, hey, yeah. Like, no, girl, you need a, hi, how are you? Oh, okay. Yeah, I saw you over there dancing. What type of move was that? Oh, you're Caribbean. Okay, that's what's up. Cool. So who are you out here with today? Your friends? Oh, nice. Yeah, I'm here with just a few of my friends. They stepped off to go to the bathroom, though. Oh, cool. And he's going to get into that conversation, y'all. He's going to start telling you more about himself. He's going to tell you about his friends. Next thing you know, he's going to invite you and your girls to come to their part. Like, it's going to be a thing. So yeah, be open, smile, interact. Make it seem like, even if you don't really want to, make it seem like, you're interested, right? Because you never know what could come of that. And one thing I tell people all the time, it might not be the guy that approaches you that you end up with, but allowing yourself to actually be kind and open, he might have a friend that is your potential soulmate. He might introduce you to a coworker or a cousin that you are very compatible with, and there you go, right? So it really doesn't hurt to be nice. It really doesn't hurt to be kind. And at the end of the day, you don't have to be with this person. I think that's one thing that people kind of get confused. Like, you exchanging numbers, or you being nice and having a conversation, or you maybe linking up and going to this person's section at the next club or day party, that doesn't mean y'all have to get married. All right, so let's throw that idea out the window too. Like, a lot of people are just so like, he not my type. I don't like and it's just like, I get it, but like, I don't know. I don't really see how just being cool and friendly could ruin your day. You know what I mean? Like, I've dated people that weren't necessarily my type, but I feel like if you want to get to know someone and you're actually looking to settle down, or you want to date a really nice partner, maybe he's not going to be your type. And even still, like, what's up with canceling people just because they aren't physically your type? Like, I don't know. Like, I don't know how to explain it. Like, I'm not saying, like, you can definitely have your type, right? You're physically attracted to who you're physically attracted to. But for me, like, I can go out to a day party and maybe meet a guy that's so not my type and still be nice to him and still, you know, have that conversation. Like I said, he might invite me to his table with his friends and we're mixing and mingling. Then when it gets down to that part where it's like, well, hey, I'm interested in you and da-da-da, then you can kind of decipher, like, okay, well, do you really want to carry that on? Do you really want to, you know, try dating him? If you do, go ahead. If not, maybe not. But that doesn't prevent you from possibly meeting a friend in that same section, which you do like or you are attracted to. You know what I mean? Like, you don't, like, the person, that the guy doesn't own you just because he spoke to you. You know what I mean? But there could be other opportunities there. Okay. So next, follow up with people, right? One of the really, really, really amazing guys that I met this summer, he got my number in an And Pizza. I had went into And Pizza with two of my girlfriends, and they were getting pizza. For whatever reason, I didn't get any. I was just slow. I was like drunk but not hungry, which was weird. But anyway, I didn't get any pizza, so I was just like standing on the wall waiting for them. And I met this guy. I totally was like not even paying attention to who was next to me, but he ended up noticing me. He spoke to me. We were talking. He was eating his pizza. We sparked up a nice little conversation. And he ended up giving me his number. And of course, because I was kind of like out of it that night and having fun with my girls, I didn't text him that night. But the next day, or maybe it was a day after, I ended up saying, hey, I remember this guy that I met. He seems super cool. Let me go ahead and text him. And I texted him and he was like, oh, I didn't even think you were going to text me. We ended up texting back and forth, having some good conversation. He's a very intelligent man, very respectful man, very nice man, doing great things, doing big things, high achiever. I mean, just everything you could ask for. And we ended up hanging out quite a few times. We ended up taking a trip together. He's just an all around great guy, right? And if I hadn't have taken that number, or if I hadn't have even acknowledged him or addressed him, if I hadn't had followed up and texted him, because mind you, he didn't have my number, he didn't have my social media, I don't believe. So it was up to me to continue that. He got my number now, or I got his number. Now it was time for me to follow up. So I'm glad I did that. And I usually do that, you know. Sometimes I'll give out my number just to get someone away from me and just block them. But that's more so on like those men that are just so like, I'm going to follow you down the street until you do this type of thing. And women, as you know, that can be very, you know, scary at some points and annoying, to where as though you might just give that number out and then be done with it, right? But for the most part, if I give my number out, I am interested in you. I am interested in getting to know you. I will follow up. I will follow through. I'm really just not that girl that thinks that I'm better than anyone. Now, I do have standards, and I do have a, like, you know, preference for certain things, and I do know my worth and what I deserve. But I'm not that girl that's gonna be like, oh no, like he's not 6'5", I'm not texting him. Or did you see that he was driving a Buick? I'm not texting him. Or, you know, I didn't like that he had on Gucci shoes, I only like Burberry shoes. Like, it's people out here like this nowadays. To me, if you seem nice and you didn't do anything crazy or make me think that is something wrong with you, I'm probably gonna, you know, touch bases and follow through with it. And I feel like when you follow through and you don't just take that number and delete it, or take that number and forget about them, or, you know, brush them off when they're trying to talk to you or whatever, when you follow through, you will be surprised what you may come across, right? Even that guy that's in your DM. Lately, I've come across a lot of men that are DMing me or messaging me, and it's not that typical like, hey, how are you? Or hey, sweetie, hi, beautiful, blah, blah, blah. It's more so on a conversational type of piece, you know what I mean? So let's say I post something in my story that's worth talking about, an issue or a piece of art or some food. They'll message me and say, hey, you know, I've been there before. I love contemporary art. What particular museum was that? Or OMG, how were the oysters? I love eating raw oysters, but my friend, you know, like, it's just like they're coming out with a conversation rather than that typical, you know, hi, how you doing type of thing like that. And I'm loving that because I feel like that shows not only are you an intellectual, but you're also not just there for that one thing, you know what I mean, that initial just give me your number type of thing. And those are also messages that you want to follow through with, right? Like if you see somebody DMing you and they're having something worthwhile to talk about, go ahead and follow through. Go ahead and have that conversation because you can meet some really great people on social media as well as in person. All right. Next, one thing that I did this summer was have fun. Okay. People are taking dating a little bit too serious, and I'm gonna make a video about this. I just haven't figured out what the title is, but I've experienced two men in particular this summer that I've dealt with that legit got mad at me, like upset, angry, literally livid with me because we didn't end up in a relationship. I don't understand that. Dating is dating. If we are dating, that means you're seeing other people and I'm seeing other people. Please do not ever hold me to a standard to where as though you assume that we're getting married or we're going to end up in a relationship. Now, granted, sometimes you do have that undeniable chemistry. Everything's going great. You guys then move to exclusive dating and then into a relationship. But if I'm dating you and I have never once said, I want to be exclusive, I want you to be my boyfriend, we're going to be this and that, please do not assume and please do not pretend that I've signed some contract that I'm no longer upholding to be your girlfriend, okay? You cannot get mad at people. Ladies and gentlemen, this goes for you too. You cannot be upset with people when you are just dating, okay? Have fun. This is why you keep your options open. This is why you do not just put all your eggs in one basket and sell the house and throw away the job and all these things, because you never know what other people are doing. You could be dating a guy that is having every intention on marrying his high school sweetheart who moved to Arizona, who's moving back within the next year. And he's just dating to date in his free time until then. What are you going to do? You could very much so be dating a woman who just wants to have fun. Maybe she never wants to settle down. Maybe she's not dating for marriage. She dates to entertain herself. She dates to have a good time. She dates to figure out who her next mate is going to be. Maybe not husband, but her next mate, her next boyfriend. You know what I mean? So figure out what people want, I guess, from the jump. If you're that type of person who just wants to date intentionally and you don't want to have fun. But if you're dating and, you know, you're young and you're in your 20s or whatever, and you just want to get to know people, you want to see who's the best fit, you want to see what you like, you want to see what you're looking for, have fun with it, okay? I was having a ball, okay? I was finding new restaurants, I was finding new rooftops, I was like getting tipsy, I was dancing, I was finding cute outfits, like I was having fun dating, and honestly, it felt so good, okay? Try just having fun with it, okay? I feel like the experience is that much better when you're just having fun and your expectations aren't through the roof. And I feel like that's when I've met some of the most awesome men, when I was just having fun. All right, so that goes to the next topic. Keep your options open. I just mentioned this, okay? Stop putting all your eggs into one basket. I know he seems great. I know he looks great. I know she seems great. I know she looks great. I know she seems perfect. You guys ever met that person where it's like, dang, I just went through 1,000 bad apples and this person is lining it up, okay? He's got this, he's got that, he's got this, he's got that. He's exactly my physical type. We had fun on this date. We have great chemistry. Blah, 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 blah. Same with the female, right? Just checking off all the boxes. And you're like, you know what? I'm going to make them number one. Y'all haven't discussed being serious. Y'all haven't discussed being, what's the word? Intentional and like, you know, just being with each other. But you took it upon yourself to say, hey, I'm wiping everyone else off the map. It's me and him. It's me and her. Very soon, you may realize that that wasn't a good decision, okay? Now, I'm not saying that's always the case. Sometimes when you know and she knows or he knows, it's that person, okay? Like there's literally people that meet their soulmate within 6 months and get married and it works out forever. When you know, especially I feel like after a certain age when you know what you're looking for and you're not out here just like, you know, playing games or having fun. But if you are dating and you're just trying to get to know people and trying to see, you know, who's the best fit for you, don't put all your eggs into one basket, okay? I used to be that type of person. I'm like a very genuine person, right? So I don't want to be playing with people's head. I don't want to be playing with people's feelings. And I'm a loyal person. You know what I mean? A lot of people say like, there's no way you haven't cheated. There's no way this and that. There's no way you haven't seen your boyfriend long distance in a year and you didn't cheat. And it's like, no, there is. Like, if I'm with you and I love you, I'm with you and I love you and I'm respecting you and our relationship. And so I know that sounds mind-boggling these days, but that's how I've always been. So it took me a while to step out of that and be like, hey, okay, well, if I'm dating and we're not in a relationship, it's okay to see other people. That took me, like, that still almost like sometimes gets to me today because I'm like, dang, but I really like so-and-so and we have such a great time together and whatever, but they're at this point in life right now. They aren't ready for commitment right now, you know, whatever it may be. We have this particular relationship going, but you know, if we're not together, then I'm free to see other people and they're free to see other people. And that can be a hard pill to swallow. And honestly, like, some people would just rather be exclusive. I notice a lot of people are saying that now. I have a dating page on Instagram called DMV Black Singles. You guys should go and follow it. And whenever I ask questions or do polls more so about like the type of dating, I'm noticing that a lot of people prefer to be exclusive. They're kind of like, you know, if I'm gonna date, I'm gonna date one person. I don't have time to juggle multiple people. I don't want to deal with multiple people. So it's like in that instance, you know, if that's what you want, I think that can be a little bit harder to lock down and find, just because in this particular area a lot of people are, you know, seeing more than one person. However, it's not impossible to do, and if that's what you want, I encourage you to do so. But if you're just dating like a normal person dating, please be aware that the person that you're dating may very well have other people on their roster, right? So don't get yourself hurt. That doesn't mean go out here and be a whole hoe, but you know, until y'all make it serious, ma'am, sir, be wise, okay? Now, one thing that I did notice is in my previous video, dating in the DMV, I did touch on a few key points that, you know, you'll have to adjust to or realize or accept when you're dating someone in the DMV. And one of those key points was how people prioritize work over everything: food, health, mental health, family, friends, kids. But no, work, career, All of that is very important in the DMV. You will notice that a lot of people that you're surrounded by in your friend groups are high achievers. They're entrepreneurs. They're successful entrepreneurs. You know, they have great jobs. They're making great money. They are educated. They have certificates, whatever it may be. They're just doing big things. And that is like the thing here in the DMV. And so, yes, in all my dating experiences this summer, granted they were amazing, I do still notice that every man that I dealt with was very much so into whatever he was doing, his career, his business, or both. Getting that second degree, working on the certificate, trading, investing, you know, doing whatever it is that they do in their part-time and full-time and spare time. Now, for me, in particular, that works out perfectly because I'm also a high achiever. I'm a go-getter. I'm always working on something. My wheels are always turning. I also have 2 degrees. I also have a pretty good job. So for me, it works out because I don't have the time to be with you 24/7. I don't expect you to have the time to be with me 24/7. And really the only time that I have enough time to get myself together, sit, breathe, think is on the weekend. And so it works out for me that, you know, they're available on the weekend and I'm available on the weekend. I did encounter one guy who was just off his rocker in so many ways. But one thing that he kept pushing was that we hang out during the week. And I kept telling him, you know, here's a rundown of what my average day looks like during the week. I really don't have time unless you want me to leave work early, abandon my grandmother, not eat, not shower, or not tend to my YouTube channel. There's no way that I'm gonna be able to see you during the week. And that was actually the first time in dating, and as you guys know, I date often, that I ever had a guy make that request. And he was very adamant about it. He became very upset and angry and nasty about it. And I just didn't understand that because I'm like, you know, all of my friends have a different career. All of my friends are doing different things. They have different dynamics. Some of them are married. Some of them are married with 2 kids. Some of them are expecting babies. Some of them are just in a really long relationship. Doctors, nurses, IT, whatever it may be, but none of them have time to hang out during the week. If I even asked one of my friends, hey, you want to hit a happy hour on Tuesday night? It'd be a no. And it's the same for me. I don't even have time to do that. You know what I mean? So it was just very odd that not only was he making that request, or should I say demanding that request, he was also becoming very upset and hostile about it, telling me that I was giving him scraps of my time because I could only hang out on the weekend. And I'm just like, sir, I don't know what type of women you've been dating, but unless they had not much going on, or unless they were underage, I don't know one woman my age that's working full time and possibly has other things going on that has the time to hang out during the week. Like, I just don't, you know what I mean? So that was definitely interesting. But yes, that is something that I feel like you guys, whether you're new to the DMV or true to the DMV, are gonna have to just continue to accept and keep rolling with. And honestly, I don't think it's gonna be a big issue for most of you, because the DMV is just a fast-paced hustle and bustle. You know, you might have your yoga class after work. You might have your pole dancing class after work. You might be training somebody in the gym after work. You might, I don't know, be into art. You might have to make some scents for your perfume business. You might have to go ship out something for your hair business. Like, we're just always on the go. And so I think that that's something that we've all accepted by now, right? And then last but not least, okay, Be willing to adjust, guys. There's been quite a few times in my dating experiences this past summer in the DMV where I've had to adjust things, okay? Let's say maybe I have planned to go to brunch with someone at this time. They hit me up and they're like, hey, I'm still, let's say their side hustle was cutting hair. Hey, I'm still with one of my clients. I'm sorry they were late. They went overtime. Can we actually switch the location and the time just because I'm out closer to his place in Upper Marlboro? It wouldn't make sense to drive all the way to Arlington. Let's hit Jasper's instead of Lena's Wood Fire Grill. Boom, that's fine. You know what I mean? Don't be so upset and so like, give people grace. You know what I mean? Sometimes I hear things about dates and people just holding people to this extreme standard. Like, no, he said this place and this time and this date, so I'm just gonna block him now because it didn't happen. Now, granted, if it's something that you know is totally like they set you up, yeah, that's a problem and it should be addressed. But if it's something where it's along the lines of, hey, I'm running late for this, or hey, I had to go help my friend with that, and they're still actively trying to reschedule that day, or if it's like a family emergency and they're actively trying to reschedule that next weekend or that next day, you can kind of tell when someone is, playing with you or when someone's genuine, right? And I had a guy who basically stood me up for a date. He allowed me to drive all the way to Arlington. We were supposed to meet up, I think like an hour or maybe like 45 minutes before. He texted me, didn't even call me. I was already on my way, pretty far out, and he texted me and was like, hey, I'm not going to be able to make it today. Really no explanation, very dry. And I'm thinking like, well, that's odd. So I go to call him. Once again, he didn't really seem like he was too worried, didn't seem too apologetic. And he explained that he gets really bad migraines and this is the reason for it. However, literally moments before this, he was texting me telling me that he was at the gym. Now, I'm no doctor, but someone who gets migraines, you wouldn't be able to physically perform at the gym, right? So that was strike number 2, right? Then the third strike was that moments after that, he's on his story on Facebook, just like jamming in his car, turned up, dancing around. Once again, I'm no doctor, but migraines don't go away that quickly, usually, especially for the amount of pain that he claimed he was in. And you just said you were not feeling good. You were going to take some medicine. I would assume you would be laying down. Now you're back out in your car grooving, headed to some location. So it was clear that, maybe another female hit him up that he was more interested in, and he chose to go ahead and do that. Or maybe he just didn't feel like hanging out anymore. I don't know what it was, but either way, that clearly was an issue. Versus I've had, I don't know, maybe a situation where someone's like, hey, they're a police officer. They do shift work. They happen to make an arrest and now they have to stay out later than they thought. They're not going to be able to hang out tonight. Tomorrow they have court. It's going to have to be next weekend. Boom, that's fine. Like, people have lives, people have jobs, people have family. Like, I get that, So just be willing to adjust. Maybe if it's your favorite park that you guys were supposed to go to and now y'all have to go somewhere else. Maybe you wanted Chick-fil-A, but now they only have Popeye sandwiches. Like, be willing to adjust. Don't be so nasty. Don't be so demanding and, just hard to deal with, because life is life, right? And that's a huge part of finding these good men and keeping some type of relationship with them, whether it ends up being a friendship or something more serious. You can't just be having this bad attitude and just, so picky and so pushy about every little thing, okay? So that is it. I'm going to leave you guys with that, and I should be doing another update maybe in a year. And I'll let you guys know about that, or maybe I'll even do one after the winter is over and let you guys know about that. But please, please, please leave comments below. Let me know what you think. Let me know how your summer was dating in the DMV. Let me know, ladies, are you finding these amazing men that I am? Fellas, are you finding these amazing women that are out here? And yeah, even people from different states. Like, let me know what it's like dating in your area, your region, okay? I'll see you guys next time. Have a great week. Peace